Welcome, everyone, to 12 News at 1. I'm Tram Mai.
I'm Rachel Cole. Right now, we're starting with breaking news.
There's been another deadly plane crash, this time at the Marana Regional Airport near Tucson. The Marana Police Department has confirmed 2 people have died after 2 small planes collided in midair. We're being told a Lancer and a Cessna 172 crashed into each other just before 8:30 this morning. 2 people were on board each plane. Right now, the FAA and NTSB are investigating the crash.
And 12 News journalist Troy Hayden is at the scene and has the latest for us on this breaking news.
Marana is a small town about 20 miles north of Tucson, and we're here at the Marana Airport. The crash scene is back here. We don't know what led to the crash, but we do know it was some sort of a collision between 2 planes. And we talked to Marana Police earlier.
Unfortunately, the investigation is ongoing. The airport is currently shut down and not operational while the investigation goes on. The FAA and the NTSB are currently en route to further investigate.
And this incident comes on the heels of several crashes we've seen across the country and even in Scottsdale, where just recently we had a private plane slide into another private plane where the pilot was killed. So the investigation here is ongoing. We hope to have more information on later editions of 12 News. Troy Hayden, 12.
The latest in a string of plane accidents this year.
We want to bring in Sonica Duncan now. And Sonica, it all started with that Washington, D.C. crash between a Black Hawk helicopter and jet.
67 people were killed during that crash near Reagan National Airport in Washington, D.C. This is the single deadliest plane crash in the U.S. in a generation. 2 days later, a medical transport jet crashed into a residential area in northeast Philadelphia, killing 6 people on board and 1 person on the ground. And earlier this month, 10 people were killed when a commuter flight crashed on sea ice here in Alaska. There have been several other issues with aircraft as well. An Avelo flight headed to Orlando last night was diverted to Knoxville. Here's a live lookout to MCO, where that plane did eventually land late last night. Officials say the diversion was out of an abundance of caution after a small crack was found in the outer pane of the windshield. Now the question weighing on everyone's minds, should I be worried if I'm flying? Let's take a look at the numbers here. Data from the U.S. Department of Transportation shows that you are way more likely to die from a car crash than a plane crash. You can see the blue lines on all of these instances, highway crashes. The red, which is very minimal there at the bottom, plane crashes. The difference here, so large, you really can't even see the bars for crashes that happened on planes, rail, or even other transportation. But if we zoom in further, this is what the data shows. Using the most recent data from 2022, 356 deaths happened on planes, one of those being via a U.S. air carrier. Compare that to 902 on the railroad and 42,000 on the roads. So with that data in mind, experts say healthy criticism of air travel is valid, though the numbers show air travel is statistically safe.